Assalamu alaikum and peace be with everyone. Just very quickly, which is very relief to some people, talk too much sometimes. I'm just going to carry on with Psalms. I've said Psalm 1 just a minute ago, just for me to take. And it's actually on one of my videos. That's on the playlist on the front of this YouTube. Psalms, the Passion Translation. This is actually my playlist as well, Psalm 2. I really like Psalms, so I'll just say my favourite bit, shall I? Act 1, the nations speak. How dare the nations plan a rebellion, ranting and raging, numbering the troops, muttering under their breath, ye MFers against Adonai Most High, Adonai Elion Ashamani Tekoshikana Washamana. Their foolish plans are futile. Why are they devising emptiness? Look at how the power brokers of the world rise up to hold their summits, scheming and conferring together. Yeah, we see you, mate. IMF, intermonetary fund, more like intermonetary fraud, mate. If not a third world country, right, they're messing with my finances. Hopefully, England will be a third world. My brethren a third world. That's what I want to be. It'll be like that band Third World. Now that we found love, what are we going to do with it? We're going to free the people and feed the people and set the captives free. All the things Yeshua came to do. Against God, Allah, Ahaya, and his anointed king, Yeshua HaMashiach, the Christ of Christs, the one who we follow, saying, let's come together and break away from the Creator. And I confess, once upon a time I was a rebel. I would have said that. First of all, I was rebellious to my parents, then I was rebellious to school, then I was rebellious to the teachers, rebellious to my friends, my boyfriends, and then rebellious to the government. I was an anarchist, I believed in the armed revolution. I still can't believe in that, but I believe in the rule of law, in the righteous laws of Moses. That Moses, you call me backwards Moses, because I'm 13th tribe, but upside down, inside out. I had my dressing gown on, inside out. Someone called me a warlock. Maybe it was a prophecy. Maybe I'll be a warlock. And I'll bring war. And I'll go to your ward. You're a ward of the state now. We control you. And I'll lock you down in a war zone. You can see what it's like in the Gaza Strip. But no one gives a shit if you die or you live, mate. It's actually chosen by Yeshua himself. It's £15 reduced in the pound shop. Normally I'm a mad dash owl, mad little owl, little Elohim, little God that worships the God of gods, Allah, whoever you call him. But I'll be a model. Maybe white paws too sexy for the catwalk, too sexy for the catwalk in Milan, in Japan, where his kitty cats are. It's just doing a little, like, you know, poncing around on the catwalk to feed his kittens. That's all he cares about, man. Family. Money. Yeah. It's black, like Shia. I don't like these men that are black and they're like a KKK man with a black face, like Ala Roja, with the Gathering of Christchurch. Tell the truth. From now on, you'll confess to the people. Your name is Gathering of Satan Church. But Yasasham, in Jesus' name. Amen and Amen. Inshallah, it will be done according to Jah's perfect will and timing. You won't even see it coming. I see your destruction coming on you. I've told you it's chemtrails. You think you've got immunity? You think you've got some kind of spiritual saint's clothing? Whatever. No matter how many times you tell them, they won't believe it, you know. Satan has given them delusions of grandeur. I had delusions of grandeur. And I thought I was texting soulmate. It turns out I actually am, and I'm not paranoid schizophrenic. The government really are trying to kill us. We are being watched. There's monitoring demons. They can't see me now. Yeshua told me, you bind their eyes, and you block their ears, and they can no longer interfere. And then we know more techniques and some. The FBI are tapping your telephone. I used to have a black hoodie, and it's really nice. It had FBI in big letters, firm believer in Islam. You always tapping your telephone. Have you not heard of Mortal Techniques song? Eye in the Sky? I am the eye in the sky, I can read your mind. What a terrible job, man. I get glimpses of that one's mind sometimes, and it's like, I want to go back to being a normal one, you know? Not really, I would change this for the world. But now I say, bind me closer to Yeshua HaMashiach. If the cross brings me closer to heaven, you can bind me up there with you. You can go there, you can sit above me and laugh at me like you did to Judas, because it's not real this time around. Did you see my little short video? Yesterday or the day before, I went downstairs to get my delivery, like delivery smokes and food, and there was one plank, and it takes 2 planks to make a cross. They say that Irish, I think, it's 2 short planks. There's only one, so obviously I've gone Dutch with my twin flame. Going Dutch is like means paying half, like paying your own way in a day. And there were 2 nails instead of 4, you know. I don't know if they were 9-inch nails or whatever. I just think that band 9-inch nails, and then the name for God that looks like NIN. That I always think that's 9-inch nails. I don't know why, that's just how I remember it, like a memory thing. Yeah, now I want to be with God. Once and for all, let's cast off these controlling chains of God. Ahaya, Allah, Akani, and his Christ. The word here for Christ is the Hebrew word for Messiah, or anointed one. I'm not anointed, I'm the appointed one, but we're all going to be anointed, you know. That's what it was to do that other phone, that cheap phone, the first phone I got that Kai gave me, my ex-daughter. I dropped it somehow in a frying pan with olive oil in. That's a sign that the upper half, so the last 140,000, most of us are sisters, yeah, and your man is like in the spiritual realms. It's like Yeshua, Jesus said, I can only do what I see the Father do. I only see what I see Tech or Orion do. It's the same person, but Tech's kind of heavenly, whereas Orion's kind of from the heavenly, Jamaica, and Tech is the same man, but he's like, I breathe fire, the jinn type, and I'm going to make you hate the way Allah made you live life. That might be Vinny Paz. I don't think they might, because we're a collective, you understand? If they see me, for the prophets, P-R-O-F-I-T-S, I'll just write a P-R-O-P-H-E-C around them and do something nasty. I wouldn't really do that. I'd just find one more picture. Oh yeah, so I'm free, covered by the glory. King David's song, who is forced to free from Absalom, his own son. If you're translating the dance, you need to smoke. Don't start smoking if you don't already. It's obviously you're on another mission, you understand? It's one mission, you know what Christ always said, but there's many like tasks, you know. It's like Paul said about the body of Christ, and that's the theory in functionist sociology, you know. We all have a part to play, you know, like if you're the foot, don't say I want to be the lungs and I want to breathe fire like a dragon, you understand? Coke, and also Coke. I went on to drink alcohol, and I just heard the surah in the Quran, Judge said listen, and it said there is some benefit in gambling and drinking, but it still outweighs the benefit, you know. But to get sane, I really need it, and you can espouse sin sane, because like I said, the vowels, A-I-O-U, are interchangeable, and you can add them and leave them, so S-I-N can spell S-A-N-E, that's just kind of like an excuse really. It's doing my stomach good, they're putting like little impurities and little bits of names of God so you can see it in our dreams. Always cancel your dreams unless your angel guides you not to. I've chosen to drink and to believe my angel. What he's telling me is that I'm not in trouble with Allah. This does not stand for all the time, you know. Jesus drank wine and then he said, I will not drink this cup again until I see you in the new kingdom. Then the rules with Muhammad, the Muslims don't really drink alcohol, and they didn't smoke marijuana for the Holy Chalice, and then the Catholic Church went apostate, you know, out of order instead of apostolistic, like apostles, and the Holy Chalice of marijuana was given up. Looks like the unholy ritual of Charleston was taken up, you know. So I'm saying that now, obviously, the Rastafari elect, the 144,000 that have the Father's name on them, sealed in their foreheads, Rastafari, I'm thinking that means we can smoke marijuana again. I've been trying to get some of it's dry around here for like about 2 or 3 days now. They're probably watching these videos and think, you know, that I can do about it. I'm still getting spiritual. It's not essential, you understand? It's only God that's essential. These other, if I was in jail or looked at in a lockup with a mental hospital, I wouldn't have any, would I? And you know, and what we can do is we can smoke, and it's benefiting our brethren. If you know about nut, N-U-T or N-U-I-T, and nut is the word for mad, isn't it? You're a nut job, nut, and we're kind of carrying them in our body. That's why, even though I'm speaking here, like somewhere we are in custody, and you know what they do to aliens, like, you know, examiners try to back engineer us and that. It's like Texas, they probably try to clone Jesus with the blood off the cross. I thought I was a clone, turns out I'm the real thing. That's why I love Coca-Cola, they call it the real thing. But I like for the Jesus, anything I make belongs to him, to Yeshua, and my clones belong to me. It's like I think it's Killer Priest, Mike. I call him Mike for some reason, because I'd like to get on the mic and say, Mike, I love you, you're really cool. Killer Priest. What was I saying? Yeah, man. Anyway, back to something much better than me, Psalms. King David's song when he was forced to flee from Absalom, his own son. I hope I don't have to flee from Kaishay. I'll never be very good at running. Adonai, Lord, I have so many enemies, so many who are against me. Listen to how they whisper their slander against me, saying, look, she's hopeless. Even a higher can't save her from this. Pause in his presence, Selah. Hebrew footnote 3a, Selah. This is the Hebrew word Selah, S-E-L-A-H, a puzzling word to translate. Most scholars believe it is a musical term for pause or rest. It is used a total of 71 times in the Psalms as an instruction to the music leader to pause and ponder in God's presence. And that keeps happening to me. Before I couldn't stand the sound of silence, obviously, because all the wrong voices, schizophrenia, organic from sin and unhealed trauma, which thank God is over now. Inshallah, it will never come back no matter what they do to me. My mind is strong, you know, I've got a military mind, like that More Technique song. Or, you know, this A voice to skull that we're having great success taking over. I'm hearing from the jails telepathically. They're like so surprised, they're so grateful to us, they're grateful to Hayat Shah, to Allah, Akbar, God is great, man, whatever name you call him. So yeah, and it says something in the Bible about there was silence in heaven, was it half an hour? So we're like doing the rehearsals just little bits at a time, and I'm actually enjoying the silence. And I probably love the sound of my voice too much, but it's really music, that's why I love to have music, you know. Instruction to the music leader to pause and ponder in Allah's presence. An almost identical word, Salah, S-E-L-A, means a massive rock cliff. It is said that when Salah, S-E-L-A-H, is spoken, that the words are carved in stone in the throne room of the shaman, the heavens. Wow. 11:22 on the camera. That's me. It's 3:13 PM. It's the 4th of the 4th, 2023, Tuesday. Tonight I'm going to try my best to start doing the 4 calendars I mentioned. Pagan, Gregorian, Christian, Ethiopian, Islamic, this month of Ramadan, 1444 in the end, and the Mayan, because the next one that's coming through is the Black Jaguar. I'm also expecting to come through. I've seen some Irish people resurrected today, like from a distance, you understand, they recognise me and they're quite happy with me being their chosen David, you know, so to speak. Yeah, if you read David, he's resurrected from the dead, and from what I can remember with the Quran, I'm pretty sure Muhammad was as well. Anyway, I resurrected Tank, and I wasn't sure about Muhammad, like I said, the saints got overtaken by Satan, you know, someone was actually got killed, like I just went through the rebellion's death and got very mentally ill, you know, let's say that. And the text I kind of said, I would be Muhammad, and I said, yeah, because I trust the words of anything he said, because he's a man of God, and he's not a liar, you know. Okay, so I'm hoping to bring up KKULUMINATI. He's also a warrior, one of the best we've ever had. He's very aggressive, so please pray I can handle him and stay really calm. The Holy Spirit, she's strong and sweet and gentle with me. He is harmless. That actually means he's gentle as doves, because he wouldn't even do it. I'm harmless, just to look at me with harmony, you know. And as wise as serpents. We want the pre-dot scent serpents that were here before time. Same as us little gods, we were here, born as humans for such a time as this. With the best Shakti Allah, Bridget, our day has come again. Hallelujah.